Hey everybody, it's Rich Brooks from Flyte New Media. We're a web design and internet marketing company. Yesterday I was doing some research into Twitter lists for a blog post that I was writing, and I found this website called Formulists. I thought it was a great resource and I wanted to share it with you. Now if you didn't see the blog post, shame on you, or if you don't know what Twitter lists are, let's just take a second and take a look at those. If you're like me and follow a lot of people on Twitter, sometimes it can seem pretty chaotic on the home page. So what you can do instead of just looking at everybody is to create lists around groups of people you want to pay more attention to. Lists are groups that you create for whatever needs you want. So for example, I created a list for Mainers. I also created a list of people who work here at Flyte, different ways so I can quickly get to the information and follow the people I want to follow. You can create lists on whatever you want. It could be around your religion or your location, or maybe you want to follow men with beards, or maybe you want to follow women with beards, or zombie hunters, or authors of a certain magazine. Whatever list you want to create, you're able to do that on Twitter. That way, just by clicking on one of the links, you can then go and see just tweets from the people you most want to follow. So what Formulists does is it lets you take those lists to a whole nother level by automating a lot of the processes and updating your lists automatically. I'm just going to show you a couple of my favorite lists that I found through Formulists. One thing that you might want to use Formulists for is for finding new people. So you click on Find New People, and you can create a whole bunch of different lists. Here's a list of people like me. So Formulists goes out and they find people who may be tweeting about the same kind of things or have similar bios. Now, if you don't really want to know more about people like you can certainly find people like other people as well. You can also use Formulists to manage your followers. So I often want to know who just followed me and are they worth following back. And so I create a list of people who have recently started following me in the last 7 days. Then I can check out their tweets and determine, is that somebody who I want to follow back? You can also create custom lists. So for example, one of the things that I do is I have a list of Mainers and another list of Mainers, because you only can have 500 people on your Twitter lists at a time. So I created a new list called Maniacs that pulls from both lists but only includes people who have tweeted in the last 5 days. That way I can keep track of all the people in Maine who are active on Twitter. Now you can customize these lists to your heart content. So let me create a new list and we'll see how that works. Let's create a people who have listed me, who have added me to a list. So I can click on Add. And then I can filter that further. I might choose to filter people who are only in a specific location, or people who have only mentioned certain words in their profile, or maybe when they've tweeted. I can also even go further in and start filtering this by how many people they follow, or how many people follow them, or what the ratio of followers are. And different lists have different filtering tools. It's definitely worth checking out. Once you create a list in Formulists, it'll take anywhere from a minute or two to maybe 10 minutes for Formulists to generate that list. Once it does, then it's automatically added to your Twitter account. You can set up your list to be private, or you can set up your list to be public, meaning that other people could also subscribe to these lists with you. Hopefully you found this to be a great resource and worth checking out. If you do have a lot of people that you're following on Twitter, be sure to check out Formulists. Or if you're looking for new people to follow, Formulists can be helpful there too. This has been Rich Brooks of Flyte New Media. You can check us out on our website at www.flyte.biz, or check out other movies we've done on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/flytenewmedia. Thanks.